Hello, good morning and welcome to New Forest Morphs. Today Jared and I are going to be covering quite a few interesting topics. We're going to be keeping with the RI theme for the week. Thank you everyone for your lovely feedback yesterday, and we're going to move on to antibiotics, but before we do that we just want to say thank you to a couple of people that have made some comments and helped us big time. We appreciate it, and they are Nick White and Emmanuel Gonzalez, both coming up with slightly different approaches to the misting and antibiotic position, both taking a different view, and that's fine, we appreciate that. It may not necessarily correlate with ours, but the diversity of opinion and interests is so important to us, and our forum is very open. As long as everyone's polite, I'm happy to take on board any recommendations and any other thoughts, because I've been doing this 18 months, so I'm a baby, so I need your help. Jaz's been doing it 4 years, and he's got more experience than me. But he's teaching me as much as he's got, and we really are very appreciative of all you guys out there, because I know a lot of you have got a lot more experience, but we just feel we need to use our channel as a forum for discussion and open transparency, and being adjustable and being willing to adjust is so important in life, in terms of relationships, in terms of businesses, and being able to accept when we get things wrong, and to be gracious both in positive comments and gracious in constructive, would I say constructive criticism? I would call it advice and guidance. I don't like to use the word criticism, because I don't think we should criticize each other, but I think we should be constructive in helping one another, and that's a very important part of my life. So we've got some good things coming up. I'll just give you a rough idea of what we're going to cover today, probably do it in 2 parts. I had a good chat with Wayne last night, and we tried out all the technology for our first Zoom meeting tonight, so hopefully, fingers crossed, hopefully the technology won't let us down. Adam's busy sourcing a high-end computer. We did a trial run on Zoom and we found that the picture quality was excellent, but the sound quality was not so good. So Adam's trying to source some extra graphic cards and extra sound equipment, and he's going to build a new computer for the purpose of our live feeds, and hopefully you'll get some good quality footage and you'll see it as it happens. Now, talking of which, Rob at Royal Bulls put out a lovely video yesterday, and thank you, Rob. That was absolutely a masterclass in the 4th stage of the breeding cycle, and my jaw hit the floor. The level of detail, the learning from the snakes. You know, I like to have a behavioural slot. Well, Jared did the cleaning today while I was preparing for this material, and I haven't inspected the snakes, and Jared reassures me that everything's fine, and that there isn't a lot to actually give you today on the behaviour side. So that means we've got more opportunity to discuss other things. But all I'd say is, if you want a really good behaviour interpretation of snake behaviour in January, February, where we believe that some of our gills are going up to 25mm follicles, if you look at Rob's video, he did a great job in explaining the behaviour, interpreting what's going on, using his depth of experience to explain to us, using his animals. I loved it, because I just love his approach. So thank you, Rob, and thank you also for putting our t-shirt on. I mean, I saw that, and Angel contacted me and she said, Rob's giving you a shout out. And he said, so Angel said to me that Rob's given us a shout out, and I was going to watch Rob's video that evening anyway, because I was talking to Wayne. We were preparing for tonight's live Zoom, which is hopefully going to go out tomorrow. If I can get it out tonight, I want to, basically what we're going to try and do, this is the plan, is that we're going to have a meeting with Wayne tonight, and then I'm going to send him a copy of that meeting to make sure he's happy with that meeting. It's going to be pre-recorded, and then once I've got his love and approval that he's happy with the content, I'll then broadcast it either tonight or tomorrow. So that will be something exciting, and we're going to have a new slot which I call the subscribers views. I'm going to call it subscriber view week. So 1 day a week we'll have a subscriber view. Now, everyone on YouTube knows about views, and everyone's pursuing lots of views for whatever motivation they've got. But the motivation I've got for views is to get your views and your take, Snake Take, which is the live channel coming, or the live series within this channel, is I'm more interested in your views from a perspective of your perspective rather than your physical views, yeah? If you get my drift. So I'm going for the higher interpretation of views. And the reason is, number one, talking about things helps us make adjustments. We learn from each other. This is a joint journey of discovery for all of us, and I so appreciate your views. Please keep them positive, please keep them polite, please keep them kind, There's no need to have a rant or rave. Let's have a nice debate and discussion in a civilized, professional manner. There's no need to, if there's anything that we put out that offends or upsets anyone, it's not our intention to do so. We're babies learning, and we're just trying to find out what's going on. So please do give us the feedback. Be transparent and honest with how you really feel. Please don't give us. We want your opinion, but we want you to give it to us in love, if that's okay. So let's just talk on that note. Let's just see the essence of Nick and Emmanuel's feedback. But before I do that, I want to say thank you to James and Kaz and Colin, because they're the ones that have been giving me very interesting updates on their snakes. So you've got James and Kaz have got a female called Zuri who's recovering. She's slowly recovering, a bit like our snake. Our snake has had, he asked me the question, how many weeks have we been treating our snake? And I think it's been about three or 4 weeks, Jared, something like that. But we've been trying to give the snake some support for several weeks, and it's only making very slight and slow improvements. And we think it's because we need to make an adjustment. And as a result of Nick and Emmanuel's comments, that the light bulb went on last night. I've done my research to try and respond to their questions, and we have to align ourselves to the good information you're giving us and be humble and teachable. And it's very important in our journey to be teachable, because the moment we think we know it all, and the moment we think that we are God's gift to this community and no one can teach us anything, we are, well, I'll tell you what we are. We become almost like the cowboys. Not quite, but we could end up being a cowboy if we think we know it all. And I'm not saying that cowboys know it all, because some of our best friends are cowboys, and we love cowboys and cowgirls. And so this is not an attack on the cowboy and cowgirl community, because Jared and I, we've got friends in the States particularly, and also, we've got cowboys in the New Forest here as well, and cowgirls with the horse riding that we have. So we do love it, and we've had horses, and we are horse lovers. But no, when I say cowboy, I'm using that term as very loosely, non-descriptive, but often people that are shooting from the hip without doing the research are known as cowboys, okay? Or people that are being perhaps over the top really with their views and not listening or taking a view. So, and I think it's wrong that we use the word cowboy, but I'm going to basically use the cowboy hat for another reason, okay? So Jared, let's go to the thought of the day. So we're talking about humility, so if you'd like to come with me, I'll show you what I've got. So I've just pulled out a couple of quotes on humility. Not humidity, but humility. And this is the one I like. There's a whole bunch of quotes here, which I got off Google. The one I like the most, Jared, is this one. I don't know if you can see that one. Okay, do you want to read that to me, Jared?
True humility is being able to accept criticisms as graciously as we accept compliments.
And who's that by?
Sabrina Newby.
Yeah, isn't that lovely? Well, when I was, I wake up quite early in the mornings because believe it or not, you may not realise this, but we are accountants, and the next 2 weeks is our busiest period. And so for me to be able to do these blogs for you, I get up at 6 in the morning, do a lot of work in the morning, I do a lot of the research, and I've already done a couple of hours of business work before we even get here. And that's because I have this passion for this hobby, and I have a passion for you and for your interests. And it's motivating me to get up early. I really do feel like I have energy at the moment, and that energy is coming from you guys, and I really thank you for that. Let's share another quote on humility. So before we do that, so to accept criticisms as graciously as we accept compliments. So you guys have been so complimentary to us, and we feed off that, but we can also feed off the other side and be gracious in criticism. Let's have another look at another quote. Now I love this as well, Jared. I don't know if you can zoom in on that as well, and you can see that.
It's quite small.
I'll go large on it. Let's go large. See if it works. If my internet connection is going to work, it looks. Is that any better?
Yeah.
Okay. I can go large on it as well if you want. Humility responds to God's will, to the fear of His judgments, and to the needs of those around us. To the proud, the applause of the world rings in their ears. To the humble, the applause of heaven warms their heart. President Ezra Taft Benson. Wow. So that's one of the prophets of our church, Ezra Taft Benson, and he's no longer here, but a wonderful man and wonderful inspiring leader. So let's go back and have a look at some other quotes. Let's have a look. The humility to accept your imperfections, see the Tipex, lights the way to change. Who's that, Jad? Do you know who that is? Or was that Kiss, Hug, Kiss, Hug? The Diary of Viviti. It's lovely, isn't it? I just love these.
Pravati.
Pravati. Do you know Pravati?
I don't know who it is,
okay.
but I know it's a famous person.
Let's see this one here. See, I like this one too. Can you have a look at that, Joe? Humility is nothing but the truth, and pride is nothing but lying. Saint Vincent de Paul. Okay. This one, I think, is very relevant to what we're doing here. Let's see. There you go.
Oh, look at the weather outside.
Is it chucking it? Good time.
Stormy, perfect for breeding.
Yeah. There you go, Jad. I managed to get the technology working now, so have a look at that one. Do you want to take that one, Jad?
Pride is concerned with who is right. Humility is concerned with what is right.
And again, Ezra Taft Benson. Isn't it interesting that our prophet... I haven't chosen these because I'm being biased towards my church, but this is Google directed me to a prophet of the Lord who's no longer here, who's inspired enough to come up with the inspiration to teach us to be humble. And a lot of our things that we learn, Jared, in life comes from the mouth of the prophets and the scriptures, and we try to spend time in the scriptures each day to lift us and edify us and help us to be able to make those corrections and be humble and teachable. Of course, who's the ultimate example of humility, Jared?
Me.
So Jared's be humble again. Boy, it's hard to be humble when you're perfect in every way. Now that reminds me, my dad, who, bless him, he's in his 90s, he's just had his 2 jabs, which reminds me, we've had 1,610 people died yesterday in the UK from COVID, which is a record for us. We've never had that high. And we're getting close to 90,000 plus, we're not far off 100,000 lives lost. And that's without counting all the other people that may have been affected with other mental health issues. You've got suicides out there, you've got people that are holding back on cancer treatments because they're frightened to go into the hospitals or there's no room for them. There can be a lack of ventilators, so people aren't getting necessarily the treatment. And we're in that situation where doctors and nurses are having to make really tough decisions on treatments. It's that bad. And my heart goes out to all the people who are being affected by this, which is the majority of us, because we've had recently a client die. We've had friends who have caught it and are fighting it at the moment. So our heart goes out to every family and individual who is going through this, who's affected by it because they have loved ones who are going through this. And we just ask that we work together through this, because we'll get through this together. You know, Rocky said yesterday that life throws some hard things at us, but if we continue on that journey, we can be successful. We mustn't give up. We got to keep together and work together, and we'll get through this. Combined effort. So I'm now going to treat you to a midweek musical special. Normally at the weekends I like to entertain, and I'm going to have another slot on our YouTube channel. And we've got a wardrobe of because I'm a bit of an amateur drama queen, if you like, or drama king. Jared and I have ordered some clothing, haven't we, Jared? Yes,
well, I helped you order them. it's all Dad's idea. So what you're getting is fresh from the vine.
Yeah, you've got some characters coming. I'm not going to tell you who the characters are, but you've got some characters coming your way. And I think every weekend I'm going to try my best to do a musical with some performance for lighting up weekend entertainment, which will be there'll be snakes in there as well. But the idea is the channel's going to be a bit of an entertaining channel with jokes, with characters, with songs, me being dad jokes and dad dancing. It's all going to happen. I hope you guys enjoy that, and put your thumbs up and let me know if you want us to do that. But there will be an entertainment slot to keep everyone's spirits up high, because we all need a lift. And X Factor, I'm not sure if that's coming back this weekend or what's going on, but we can do our little part. Now it's interesting because one of our subscribers is really thinking about actually setting up her own YouTube account, Jared.
No.
And I said to her, well, let me know, because we've just done it. I've done two. I've done one 8 years ago, and then this one here was set up. Me and Jad are setting up. So anyone that's thinking about getting out there and using social media to reach out to the community, I would say big thumbs up. You're here. We're here to support you on that one, and we'll do a week where we show you what we do, the cameras we use, the photography, the ideas, the style that we do, and that might be helpful for anyone that's thinking about getting in. Adam will be our IT person that can give you guidance on what cameras to buy and how much they cost. So I think we'd like to put out a series on camera work, video work, to help you launch your channels, and some techniques and ideas. And we might have to draw upon the help of Rich at Predator BP, who unbelievably in just a couple of years has got over 16,000 subscribers, which I take my hat off to you, Rich, because and to be honest with you, I'll let you into a little secret. I'd love to have 10 minutes with you to help me unlock that, because at the moment I'm really learning how to do this. But we're working on well, but I know that it's like the YouTube channel is a very slow, steady start, and are you building a snowball that gathers more snow? So the idea is that for every person that comes onto the channel, I would ask you to share with one friend and invite them in. Because if we've got nearly 400 subscribers, and then each of us, even if half of us decide to do this and take my invitation, that 400 becomes 600 within a week, quite easily. But I need your help and your enthusiasm and your willingness to share this content if you really love it. One of the best compliments I've always said, all my clients in my other business come from my existing clients. So your best marketing is always looking after what you have. So I don't spend a lot on marketing. I try to nurture what I have, and then people recommend new clients. And I'm using the same principle on this YouTube channel, is we're nurturing you also, not just because we love you, but also because you love us. And hopefully the natural result of love is you'll want to share. Now Angel is a classic example. I've got James out there and Kaz sharing. I've got so many people out there that are taking time to share with their communities. And as a result, when you guys do it, we look at our analytics, and the week that you guys make that effort, we suddenly see a surge in our subscriber base, and we really appreciate that. And we're not going to take it for granted. And please carry on loving and sharing and liking and subscribing, and do what you feel you want to do. But I'm going to encourage you from my end anyway. So you're probably waiting for this musical number, so let's have a go. Need the hat, and I also need a guitar, because I'm going to have
You gonna play for us?
Sorry?
You gonna play?
I'm gonna see what I can do.
Brush your teeth in less than 10 seconds with this revolutionary toothbrush. It was created by a well-known British dentist, and it took him over 3 years to make.
You can skip it, brother.
He was tired of seeing his patients ruining their teeth with ordinary brushes, and decided to partner with a product and...
Sorry.
Time for make babies, Lord, it's hard to be humble. Oh Lord, it's hard to be humble. Perfect in every way. I can't wait to look in the mirror, 'cause I get better looking each day. To know you is to love me. Well, I must be a hell of a man. Oh Lord, it's hard to be humble, but I'm doing the best that I can. I used to have a girlfriend, but I guess she just couldn't be start winning. Who'll keep clamoring at my feet?
My feet.
Well, I probably could find me another, but I guess they're all in all of me. Well, who cares? I'd never get lonesome, 'cause I treasure my own company. Oh, oh, it's hard to be humble
When you're perfect in every way.
Can't wait to look in the mirror. I can't
Wait to look in the mirror.
I get better looking each day.
Get better looking each day.
To know me is to what?
To know me is to love me.
Must be a hell of a man. Must be a hell of a man. Oh Lord, it's hard.
Oh Lord, it's hard to be humble,
But I'm doing
doing the best
that I
can. So I can't play the guitar, but I love it. My dad has learned how to play that, and one of our family treats is when I go and see my dad, who's 93. That is his favourite song, isn't it, Jared? And he does it for the family when we get family gatherings together. I just love it because when Dad gets together, and I think that's where I get my craziness from actually, because I think it's my dad that makes me, what's the word, clown? He's like a big clown, absolute big clown, and I love it. And I think because of it, he's made me feel relaxed being a clown, because my dad's always clowning about, if you want to know where it's coming from. I don't understand.
Stop at your generation though.
Thank you, Jared.
It's alright.
But,
Speaking of which, what is that?
Oh, yeah. Jared, what, do you want to do a little intro on this, since this is your baby? In fact,
Oh, no,
let's just switch
speaking of.
cameras, Jared, because you can talk this bit through. So let's see, Jared's going to fashion this. There you go, Jared. Give us a pose. Boy, it's hard to be humble.
Newest New Forest Morph merch. Merc. These are the hats. Get a nice close look.
Okay, let me have a look. Give me a look at, oh, that's stitched, Jared. That is embroidered. That's quality.
All embroidered in.
Boy, that's quality,
So
yeah.
if
What
you
do
like
think?
the hats, guys, let us know. Send me a message on Instagram if you'd like them, and we can order some in for you guys. I like them. I think they're nice. You wear them back, front, however you like them,
Yeah.
sideways.
I love it, Jared.
Yeah.
Do you mind filming me so I can do my posing? Because I think they're great. And to be honest with you, the cowboy would only come out occasionally in me, but you'll probably see Jared and I using these a lot in here now. So let's have a little look. What do you think, Jared? I should take the glasses off. I think I look better with the hat and
Takes
glasses.
20 years off you.
Takes 20 years off me. What if I come in like this? So I'm doing a pose. I better get a mirror, Jared, because that's boy, it's hard to be humble. So, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir, 3 bags full, sir. Yep, coming right up, coming right up. Yes sir, yes sir, yes sir. So I can feel a character coming on here. Can you? Am I trying to emulate a character, or is there something in my memory I can't remember? There was a character that's a bit like that, isn't it?
I have no idea.
I think you've got the mad professor, and then you've got this little character that wears a hat. There's somebody, I think Nerd have done that, which leads me nicely on to, I want to share something from Nerd later, so remind me to share that with you.
I think you've got multiple personalities.
Yeah, I'm a
Might
Gemini.
want to get that checked out.
I'm a Gemini, Jared. So being a Gemini, you have 2 personalities. You have the dark side and you have the light side, which is great because I like both sides in snakes. People choosing their snakes. Some people like light, some people like dark, but the reason we like light and dark, Jared, is... Come on, come on, come on.
So you can wake up and sleep.
Now then, now then, now then, now then, now then, now then, now. Oh, I better change hats here, sorry. Get a tash. Come on boy, come on boy, come on boy. Why do we need light and dark in the snake fraternity? Come on now, come on now. Get those brain cells working, boy, get them working. Any ideas, Jared?
I don't know what you're getting at.
Okay. Alright, well.
Let me know. Enlighten.
Okay, I shall enlighten you, Jared.
Why do we need light and dark?
Jedi Knights. Think about Jedi Knights. Okay, why do we have light side and dark side in the Jedi Knights? Yeah, any idea?
It's got to be opposition, I guess.
There has to be opposition in all things.
So why snakes then?
Okay. Well, with snakes, you're going to have the dark and you've got to have the light, because the beauty of the light can only be seen when contrast against the dark. Do you get that? That is why God has made an opposition. Well, not, He's allowed us to create our own opposition, really. He trusts us so much, given us so much love and freedom to choose. Some choose one path, some choose the other. And we need, as much as we want to choose the right path, we actually can feed off those that choose the wrong path. Because, let's take a gym analogy. You go to the gym, you'll be very disappointed, Jared, if you went into average Jared's gym and I stripped out all your weights and left you with 5 kilogram weight on your bar, and you went in there for a workout. You walked in and you thought, where's my weights gone? Like, well, I was looking forward to, a serious burn, weren't you? Yeah? You're going to come back and say, who's had my weights? Come on, who's had my weights?
Oh, I can still get a good workout out of that. But
Yeah.
I would be annoyed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
So the point here is that in life, if you're experiencing opposition, it's the very ingredient that's going to make us, of which the Saviour has taught us, Jesus Christ. He went through immense opposition in his life. He bled at every pore. He sacrificed himself, and he took upon himself our sins, our transgressions, and our infirmities. And people forget that. They think it's all about sin. Jesus Christ took on board our pains, our emotional hurts, our griefs, so he can succour us and be the ultimate friend to us and know exactly how we feel. Because he had the pressure of the whole world before him, after him, and during his life, resting upon his shoulders. And it was the strain and pain for a half God, half man, because his father was our Heavenly Father and his mother was Mary. He had the ability to give up his life, and he had the ability to lay down his life. And he was able to go through a human experience with the potential of godhood. This is my belief anyway. And I know everyone's got different views on this, so again, this is not a channel for heated debate on religious items, but I'm just explaining my views, if that's okay. It's part of me. And that is that Jesus laid his life down for us. So all this suffering in the world that we have at the moment, all the people that die, Jesus has already paid for everything, meaning that he will restore life through his infinite and perfect sacrifice. We will live again, physically, in a resurrected, immortal state, and never die again. And our body and spirit will be reunited one day. And that includes animals as well, is my belief. So that means that when I lose a loved one, I just know that we will see each other again, providing we love one another. The Lord will make it happen. And I'd like to leave that little thought with you. So part 2 is coming up shortly. Thank you so much, everyone, for your love, for your support. And we're going to cover the other issues relating to RI and snakes in part 2, and we shall see you shortly. Thank you so much.